Good evening there. Welcome to my channel. Okay, enough talk of politics. Let us talk business now. We're gonna have a few discussions on business as well. We're not just a political channel. Uh, so talking business, talking for the perspective of not being a successful entrepreneur. Okay, I don't think successful entrepreneurs want to listen to us. So let's talk together as people that are starting out, okay, or people that have got small things going on. You know, there's something interesting. There's a story that I want to share, a business story that I want to share today. So I was at work today. I'm chatting to some people. In fact, they're talking. They're complaining about lack of money, how they work hard, they are broke, what. And the owner makes all the money. And I'm telling them, well, it is your decision not to be an owner. It's a decision to be a worker. And they say, oh, no, this and that, this and that. And I say, you know what? It's very easy to own this place that you work at. If 10 of you go to the bank and the bank gives you 500,000 rands each, because the banks are really giving out money these days, even to black people, even in this era of oppressive ANC. Okay. What happens is that you can find that 10 black people can own a proper business if they are willing to work together. But problem number one will be unwillingness to work together. So I do realize now that for economic transformation in South Africa and the rest of Africa, black people need to approach business as in a cooperative format. You know, that's why corporates are successful, because they are a conglomerate of or a mix or an organization of many shareholders. So we see that maybe for small businesses, for small people, it's difficult to have 1,000 shareholders. But at least if it's 5 of you, or 10, or 15, or 20 of small Stockville groups, instead of saying this month we're paying so and so, the following month we're paying so and so, you know, that thing is not profitable. Stockville business is not profitable because it's not a business at all. It's actually a savings club. You know, after they give you your savings, you spend it on whatever you want to spend it on. But if Stockvilles were actually comprised of black people who are now smart, not only do you put money together, but you borrow money from the bank together. That money that you borrow from the bank is not for buying nice things, not for drinking or having parties or building houses just for your family, but it is money that you would put in a capital pool of funds. As I say that these banks now that are giving people 200,000, 500, 1 million rands, ordinary working people, you know, if people can organize themselves, if you don't have the money, you can pretty much raise 5 million rands, 6 million rands. It's like, even if you're black and you just have a 9 to 5 job or whatever, you can buy a franchise, you can buy some existing business that at least makes some profit, and you can figure out how the management process is going to go. But what I'm saying is that it is an idea of how we can enter into the business space as black people. Therefore, it requires a certain mindset, all right? A certain mindset of success and not a mindset of failure. So when I was speaking to these people, that is why I'm bringing them up. It's not the first time I've had this discussion with some black people before, and they always give me the same attitude. I realize that black people are not ready to succeed. Okay, they want to succeed, they desire to succeed, but they are not ready for it. Even if you have to give them a pathway, you give them a rope that this is what you must do, they will come up with excuses on why it will not work. Every time I will speak to people along those lines, they will always give me reasons why it will not work. They will tell me that the business I'm talking about is so complicated. I mean, let me tell you something. I work in a restaurant. Nothing is complicated in a restaurant. You order stuff, you put it in the kitchen, you cook it, you sell it. All those people that work there, They have been working for years. They know everything from start to finish. But you know one thing that they lack is the courage. They lack the courage to do it because they uh, they don't they've got low self-esteem. They think it's only a white person that must be an owner. They do not think that themselves, as black as they are, they can own stuff. As a bruh, go to the bank, they give you 500,000 or 400,000. If we are a 10% owner of this thing, that other guy also 10%, 100%, we're all together, you know. But we have to overcome jealousy. The first one, one of the first spirits I noticed when I spoke to them, one of them was a spirit of jealousy. Because I've been talking to a few people, I've thrown this thing around. I'm testing black people, how they are like. The first, one of the first ones I experienced was that someone was jealous that the idea came from me. They began to crush it because it's me who said it. And then, do you understand? No, white people do not think like that. If white people hear of a good idea, they go for it, they invest it. But also, white people also invest in white people. That's the problem there. So that's why I'm saying, as black people who are setting up, we need to we need to stop looking to white people thinking that they're gonna do something for us. They won't. The only people that they're looking to work with is white people. They might have legitimate reasons for that anyway. It might be that they've been robbed before by many black people. There have been schemes. You know, there's a lot of criminalism in black minds. So they might have just said to themselves, no, from now onwards we'll only work with fellow whites. Or it might be part of a you know, racial struggles that people are going through. They feel like if they empower other blacks, the white team is going to lose. So to make the white team strong, all our money comes to the whites. That's why it's difficult for black people to get funding from banks, because banks typically will give millions to a white person, not to a black person. They don't play. But they would give micro loans to black people because the bank makes money through lending. They have got no choice. Their clients are black, so they have to give them some credit. But if you ask for 300,000 or to buy a house, 400,000, half a million, 1 million, they will give you. But you ask for 100 million to start a manufacturing company, they won't. But the same white guy who's in the same circumstances as you, as for that 100 million, they just sign it and give it to him. To understand. So that is the struggle that you get in South Africa. This income inequality, it comes from the fact that the system itself is anti-black, and those that are in the system usually are not black. The black people only hold ANC positions or government positions, but that's just a narrow band. The broader economy is in white hands, and they are not friendly to black people, black thinkers, black mind, black entrepreneurs. That's why it's very difficult to be a black entrepreneur and succeed in South Africa. Even if you've got the best idea, best plan, best whatever, the fact that you are black, you have to go through hardship. Okay, for some reason. So, but then I've come to a realization that no, you do not need white people, one. Number two, you do not need the ANC. You do not need the politician. You don't even need the government. You just need you and your mind and your determination. And you do not need all black people. I've discovered that as black people, your first problem is the black people's mindset. If the black people that you come up with and then you come up with your ideas, if they are not receptive, you can go to the next black person. If they is not receptive, go to the next one until you find the right people. Sometimes, if you are lucky, you might have non-blacks like Muslims or white people. Well, it will help if you get those people because you put them in front. If you're going to a bank or to white investors and you've got a white friend, don't tell those white investors that the black guys came up with the idea. Tell them it's the white dude. That's what they will put them on. If also the same thing, if you've got a Muslim friend, put him in front. Don't go to the Muslim and say, I am the black guy. I'm the one who came up with the idea. This is my business partner. No, 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 no. Push the Muslim guy in front. All the Saudi Arabia money is going to come to a business through him. You see, that's how the world works. The world looks at our color, unfortunately. I wish that they do not look at colors, but they do. And And there's for many reasons, some illegitimate and some legitimate. So, and the fact that the, the, there is wars all over the place. There's tribal wars. There's wars against countries, countries against countries. It's also color wars, you know. So when it comes to financing and success, because I've been in entrepreneurship for many years. I've done a lot of businesses here and there. Some succeeded and then they failed later or whatever. But then one thing, it took me a long time to realize that being black is one of the factors that will cause you not to succeed. You might get some information and think that, oh, this is the information that is going to take us forward. But you remember that that information only works if you're white. Okay. But if you turn out to be black, it will not work. They will tell you that, yo, there is angel investors that invest in startups. No, no, they forget to tell you that the angel investors look at the color of your skin. But they do not say that. Even the angel investors won't tell you that you're looking at the color of your skin. They just look, they'll just find faults in whatever system you came up with or whatever business plan you have. But then to their own people of whatever kind they are, they will not find fault. It's the same thing even with the black people. You discover that we talk about people that are connected to the ANC. If you're connected, whatever plan you have, you will get a tender. But if you're not connected, it doesn't matter how good you are, you will not get a tender. Even if they say that they want BEE and you qualify, you will not get, you will struggle because they're not connected. So you see, now we have to be creative. Us who are at the bottom of the ladder, us who are black because it's a very disadvantaged color, us who don't have money because for whatever reason, who do not have connections because we are not like them, we are not part of their team or whoever they are, wherever they are, you know, we need to come up with strategies. The strategies is working with what you have, not what other people have that they are not willing to give you. Because you can spend your whole lifetime complaining about the ANC, the government, about this white system. It doesn't really matter. They can carry on feeding each other, but we can also do our own thing. You can look at the weaknesses in the system. As I said, that one of the weaknesses that the banks will give you money. White-owned banks will give black people micro loans. But if they give to a few of you, even 50 of you, even if you start a, a housing project whereby you just like build, go to the bank and say, we're going to buy a plot of land, we're going to build 30 units of flats or something like that. And there's 20 of us in our Stockville. And all 20 of you, the bank borrows, or borrows lands, whichever is the right word. The bank gives each one of you 1 million each or 1.5 million each if you can pay it back. And then you have got like 30 million rand. Then you can build a project, or you know, you are now becoming developers without using your money but using the bank's money. As I say, that the next important thing there is finding the right partners, the people that have got the same mindset as you. And so it's easy to be discouraged if you speak to 4 of your friends and they are all are discouraging. Move over, like go to other people until you find people that are like you, people that are like-minded, people that want to make money. Because I realized after a long time that you cannot uplift black people out of poverty, because most of the times they do not want to. They don't want to get out of poverty. They've got a desire, but deep inside, when the opportunity comes, they won't take it. They will look for excuses. What they want is for the government to give them free monies, but we're not here to bash our people. We're here to come up with strategies. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next one.